Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and we are, in the next 24 hours, going to release 25 episodes of Tekkit Legends, all 25 minutes each. And before we get started here, let me just go ahead and say this is to celebrate the anniversary on the channel. I released a video earlier in the morning teasing this, sort of setting it up. I'm going to throw that into the playlist. If you want to get a better explanation, go back and watch that. Link in the description to the playlist, presumably. We set up a seed, we're doing large biomes, and the seed was 25, because everything has to go together and work out like that for me. That was a big point, was to make sure that it was all 25s. Everything's at 25. By the way, GUI, it's huge. It's absolutely massive. I am on a 4K display. If I go to video settings, it goes from auto, small, normal, large. I mean, look how tiny that is. That is so freaking small. I cannot do that. Now, I did install Optifine, and if you take a look here, GUI scale, it says that 4 to 10x are available on 4K displays, but they aren't. It just automatically goes to auto, and I don't know how else to change it, and I had some just weird scaling issues. I had to set Windows to 100% scaling instead of 200, what I normally use. I'm having all kinds of issues in here, but this is just going to have to work out. You know what? More than 50% of my audience watches these on mobile devices anyway, so this shouldn't really matter. I mean, if anything, the massive GUI, the massive elements, it can only make the experience better for you if you are watching on mobile, and make it look ridiculous if you're not, so that's fun. I started off with a chest here because we only have so long to get this all done, you know? I've set myself sort of an impossible task here, so I think we're going to keep this chest. We're going to be using that in the future. I should have installed Vein Mine. I didn't really want to add any additional mods besides Optifine, even though Optifine didn't help us. So, oh my gosh, we're already a couple of minutes into this. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm going to see how far I can get in the next 25 hours. Well, not really 25 hours, though, is it? Oh, is Tricapitator in this? Is it? I don't remember that being in this pack, but apparently it is. It's so slow, though. This is why I like Ore Mine, or what is it, Ore Excavator, and all of those wonderful mods that allow you to just tear down things in one fell swoop. And yes, it consumes hunger, but it's faster than what we're doing right now, which is standing here very slowly hitting a log. But yeah, so we've only... Oh my gosh, all of the UI. All of the UI is huge. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We got ourselves some wood now. I want to see how far we can get in the amount of time that I have set aside for this. So 25 episodes, 25 minutes each. Can we get to a power flower, possibly, or solar flower if you're so inclined. First things first, though, we're gonna need to get a pickaxe so we can get ourselves some stone. And oh my gosh, we're doing some basic Minecraft things. We're gonna need shelter too, but here's the situation: I can't really invest a whole lot of time in building shelter. Oh man, I kind of want to invest some time in fixing that UI up there. Can we just take a moment? What is it set to? Is it on 0? It is. Walia, configure, scale. Let's drop that down to, what, maybe 40? Let's see where that gets us. It's a little bit, it's super tiny up there now, but I already shrunk down before we started recording over there in the top right. I got rid of that map. That map was just huge and unbearably large, so I shrunk that down. I'm kind of doing what I can. You know, I have a limited amount of things that I can change. I don't know if this is a Minecraft 1.7 limitation we're trying to deal with here, but come here, I need food. I don't have time to build shelter. I do not have time to farm. I've got to get moving as quickly as possible. This is essentially a Tekkit Legends speed run, and it's not going to be very professional. I'm sure, you know, other people have done Tekkit Legends speed runs in the past, but and they've probably gotten a lot further. Oh, sweet heavenly host proclaim, a village. That is extremely fortunate. Did I drop down a crafting table back here? We're going to go raid that village. We're going to take their food, we're going to take their homes, we're going to use that as shelter, and then we're going to start mining immediately. And in fact, we're going to start mining right now. We're going to get ourselves some copper, and I see that the copper doesn't... Oh, wait, we can't. We got to have a stone pickaxe for that, don't we? I think we have to have at least a stone pickaxe, if not iron. It's probably stone. Let's go ahead and make one. I hear a skeleton. Part of me wants to run away. Part of me says, hey, should we go fight a skeleton today? The answer is no, we probably shouldn't. But, let's see, if I hold down grave, yeah, just to confirm. I didn't think so. I kind of vaguely remember Tekkit Legends. It's been a while since I played it, for obvious reasons, but I didn't think that would work. Should we fight the skeleton? We should. Let's just see if we can. He's going to be big, he's going to be tough, he's got armor on. We are playing on normal difficulty, though, so we might be able to defeat him. In fact, we've totally nailed it. And we're going to get ourselves some coal while we're down here. This cave looks like it might be a good place to start exploring. I suppose one of the first things we want to get up and running is going to be a generator, a bat box, a furnace, all of that stuff. My original Tekkit Legends series, first episode out the gate, we started off with things like the Philosopher's Stone, Transmutation Tablet, things of that nature, but you have to remember we had several hours of prequel episodes recorded beforehand where I built a base and I did a ton of mining, and I don't have that sort of luxury this time around. And I'm just watching the clock tick by. It's not going down as quick as I thought it would, so we're not super pressed or anything. I think we're going to be all right. We just need to take some deep breaths. There we go, like we're giving birth. I'm going to take as much of this coal as I can carry. I need to go to the village, so maybe I won't get as much as I can carry. Maybe I'll go with what I got right here. We'll come back, though. We'll definitely come back. We've got some apples, so that's something at least. That is something, a small blessing. I have... keep inventory is not enabled, and mob griefing, or mob explosions, essentially, are still enabled. I disabled those on my original series, because the idea was it wasn't really meant to be a survival series. It was meant to be sort of a tech tutorial series. This is different, This is essentially a low-pressure speed run. So, I mean, low pressure, yes, I'm not trying to beat any world records or anything, but I am trying to get as far as I can, and I just feel like, turning off mob griefing and turning on keep inventory, it's just not really within the spirit of the situation, is it? If you'd like to do this at home, too, I mean, the rules, like I said, were simple. 25 episodes, each 25 minutes apiece, and I'm not going to be doing anything between episodes, except for maybe continuing to fix the GUI issues, and, I would love to have done this as a live stream. I think it would have been better as a live stream. Only issue is I cannot reasonably do a 24-hour live stream, which is kind of what I would, prefer to do. I don't have enough time in my life to set aside 24 straight hours for a Minecraft live stream. Maybe someday. Maybe for the 10th anniversary of the channel. Or my first gaming video, I guess we could do that. Okay, good. This is some solid stuff. All solid stuff. I gotta pick one of these houses. Which one is the most spacious? We got a... What is this, bees? Did we do anything with bees last time? I don't think we did. I don't think I touched bees in the original Tekkit Legends. This house looks pretty good. Let's get down there and have a better look. I mean, I don't want to run anyone out of their home, but I'm going to. I'm 100% going to. Excuse me, you two. Didn't mean to bother. What do we got over here? This one looks sort of like the best. Isn't there usually a house that's got some supplies in it, though? It's usually the guy, the blacksmith, who's got a house full of supplies. I don't see a blacksmith here, though. This village is, it's missing one. You know what? I'm going to move in. I'm going to be residential blacksmith, and we're going to have to get rid of all these guys, because I can't have them running around making all of this noise. So, tragic though it may be, we're going to start this one out on a bit of a dark note. Shield your eyes if you must, but I got to have silence. I'm not going to just go around killing all of them. Just, if they open my door or come into my house, then... Yeah, see what I mean? I didn't want to have to do this. It's what had to be done. Maybe it'll teach a lesson to the rest of them, though. They'll know better than to try to barge in here. Alright, so we've got our crafting table, we've got our chests. Oh my gosh. You really need to cut this out, please. This is going to become unbearable. I'm going to have to stop every 10 seconds to kill somebody. Next up, we need to create ourselves a furnace. I mean, this is just basic vanilla Minecraft. You folks will be familiar with it. Let's get a couple of those. And we'll plop them down over here. Then, what have we got? Can we do... I don't think coal pieces is a thing in this version of Minecraft. It's not. So I don't really want to waste it on the copper ore. I don't think we can tap A, either, to set up things that we want to build. We're going to have to search them as we go. Oof, this is quite a step backwards, isn't it? In terms of convenience. There's a lot of new features in newer versions of Minecraft that are a lot more convenient. But let's see what we need for a generator. We got ourselves the geothermal, there we go, regular old generator. It's going to need a machine block, a furnace, and a rebattery. That machine block's going to need refined iron, and refined iron is just iron that's been cooked up again, and for some reason, oh no, the recipes are all weird. Oh no, the old Minecraft sucks. I'm not excited about this at all, but we'll adapt. We will survive. Need to use up the rest of that axe. We'll just throw all of this in here for now. And, oh, you know what? We've got 9 raw chickens. And you know what? We can cook up 8 of those with a single coal. I'm trying to be frugal with my resources. I don't want to accidentally waste anything. It's getting dark. If I could go to sleep, that would be fantastic. I need to sleep through the night so I can get as much done during the day as possible without having to deal with monsters. Where was that cave that we found earlier? Was that a creeper? No, it's just a stalk of grass. I don't see any sheep, and I have no interest in babying sheep either. I will, if I find them, slaughter them for their wool without a moment's hesitation. I don't see any, though, so I don't think a bed is going to be possible. How about while it's setting sun, I'm tempted to just dig a hole. Just dig a hole and start branch mining. But is that really the best call? Oh, no. Stop. Get out of here, purple villager. You're going to have to go. I'm sorry about this. I could dig a hole right here in my house. The issue is, it'll be a lot faster to find and explore a cave, you know, than it's going to be to make my own. But we do have a limited amount of time. We've got a limited amount of... Yeah, the sun is setting. I'm all nervous. I'm almost shaken up. I didn't think a lot of this through. I want to use up these wooden tools, but that's dumb. I can make tools that are a lot faster, and we can use these wooden tools for like a better purpose, such as charcoal isn't really necessary. Maybe cooking up some raw pork chop, keep that food flowing, so we'll throw that in there. We'll get that wooden axe in there too. Can I create a portable crafting table of some kind? Like a table on a stick? I know if we had a philosopher's stone stick. Let's see what we got. Sticky piston. Portable, I guess not. You'd think, having played this so much, that I would know definitively one way or the other, but I don't. I really don't. Are they coming in here again? I hear them in here. I also hear zombies outside. If these people get me killed, I'm going to be so outraged. Oh, there's a zombie at the door, and it's all your fault. He followed you here. If you hadn't led him here, I'd be safe. But you know what? Should we take this opportunity to get some rotten flesh? I think that we should. Come here. Otherwise, we could just leave the zombie alone, and he could kill the local villagers, and that would save me a lot of hassle. I think it was just the one zombie. We got some rotten flesh from that. What are we going to do with the rotten flesh? I don't know. I'm in this mood to hoard things, because you never know what might be useful. Right. Start digging straight down. That stone tool is so much quicker. So that's really going to come in handy. I'm glad that we did that. And maybe we'll get lucky, and all we got to do is go down a little ways, and we'll break into a natural cave system. That's what I'm going to tell myself, because I'm really, really hoping that this is going to sort of beat going out and exploring for the caves again. The likelihood of us hitting a cave system before we hit the ground is pretty high, because, you know, Minecraft is known for having lots of natural mines and also a lot of crafting, which we're going to have to do a lot of. I need to take some more deep breaths. I'm really nervous about this. I'm worried it's going to be a big failure. I'm worried we're going to get 25 episodes in. We're going to be on the last episode, and our big accomplishment is having, you know, constructed a solar panel. I guess we could do this next year, though. What better way to celebrate the 10th anniversary than to do it again next year and hopefully do better? You know, so much of it is dependent on where you spawn and kind of what you start with. You know, even the starting chest, because I did decide to have one of those. You know, the contents are randomized. We might have gotten some better contents, you know, if we tried again. I was hoping for, oh, sweet, we've got iron. Okay, this is a step in the right direction. I was hoping for something a little bit better than, you know, just sort of an empty field with trees around us. I was kind of hoping we would get a more interesting world that might make the start more difficult, but, you know, be more interesting, because I think that part of the drive for any series is that it has a hook. And obviously the hook for this one is the fact that it's 25 episodes over 25 hours, you know, sort of like a speed run. But, you know, if it was in a frozen tundra or something along those lines, it might be even more interesting. I want to find some gems. I want to find some rubies. I want to find some emeralds. I want to find some sapphires, because we can use those to make kind of early game better tools. I think that they have, the speed of diamond and the durability of iron, if I remember correctly. So those are really solid. I can't remember if there are emeralds in this anymore, though, because Minecraft added emeralds. I think they might have changed the name of the green gem. You can still get one, but oh my gosh. I feel so bad about this, but it's got to be done. I'm sorry. Local population. I've got to have my home. They don't drop any XP when they die, by the way. I don't know if you'll notice that. All right, so we have 9 iron ore, and we don't want to... I mean, we got to get a macerator at some point, so I don't want to use... Let's see, let's only use the amount of iron necessary. So that's the 8 that we're going to need to build the furnace. We're also going to need to build a macerator, so I don't know how much we'll need for that. We'll get that cooked up, though, and then we'll recook it here in a second. I'm going to head back under. I keep saying things that I feel are going to lead into... Okay, so I have a mindset when I record and when I edit things. And part of that mindset is I'm always thinking about how a video is going to be edited, things I'm going to say, things that are going to set up different events in the future. And I keep thinking to myself, okay, this is going to be an edit point. I'm going to say something along the lines of, we'll come back when this is done, and then I can kind of just chill, watch a YouTube video while I spend 30 minutes mining, which is what I would normally do in any other series. I wouldn't bore you with this, me walking down in circles to go do some more mining. But, again, the hook with the series is it is a bit of a speed run. So I can't do that. I can't just go off and be like, yeah, all right, we'll be back soon. Because I've only got 25 minutes per episode. I suppose I could record for an hour, and then every video would just be edited down to 25 minutes. And that's sort of what I wanted to do, was just record for a straight hour, and each episode be an hour long. But in the same way that I don't have time to do a 24-hour live stream, between now and when these have to release, and I'm not going to tell you when I'm recording this. It is ahead of schedule, though. Between now and then, it's impossible for me to record 25-hour-long videos. That's why I decided to do 25-minute videos, because it cuts the time in half. I was originally going to do 24, one every hour for a full day, but then I was like, well, if I'm going to do 25-minute episodes, I might as well do 25 of them, So a lot of this was decided last second. There was some discussion on my Discord. As far as they know right now, I'm still going to do the hour thing. I haven't told them about a change of plans yet. And if you're on the Discord and you're a patron supporter, you could go back and just check the logs, and you'll know exactly when this is being recorded based on that information that I just gave you. But I wouldn't recommend doing that. Don't ruin the illusion for yourself. I'm trying to... Oh, sweet. I was just about to say I'm keeping an ear open in case we stumble across a proper cavern or something, and this is so much more than I could have asked for. It's a real chasm. It's got some real goods inside of it. Real goods? Real goods. We got some real goods in here, not the fake goods. This is the good stuff. So let's throw down a torch. Let's get a feel for the environment. Not a lot of monsters. I love to see that. Lots of lava. Maybe that's why. Maybe there's enough light in here that there's no monsters. Let's try to secure the area a bit before we just start mining like madmen. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're doing pretty hot. So look at that. We got sapphires up top. We got some more copper. We got some tin. We got some more iron. Looks like sapphires down there too. There's some green stuff. Is that uranium? It is uranium. I think we have to get an iron pickaxe before we can get some of this stuff. It should tell us if it's harvestable. So right there, harvest level iron. Can't pick that up. Although we did earlier, didn't we? Harvest level. Oh, of course, because you don't need an iron tool for harvest level iron. You need something capable of mining iron. This is a harvest level redstone, so we do need iron. That means that we're going to have to use some of our iron to create a pickaxe as opposed to... do we, though? Do we? Would we be better off holding out and building that furnace? Or building that generator, I should say. And then, yeah, let's do that. Oh, but we're going to need redstone. Right, for the battery? I'm pretty sure the battery needs redstone. Let's go ahead and check that. Let's get this thing open, and let's check a generator again. I don't know why it didn't stick last time. There we go, generator. Yeah, we're going to need a couple of redstone. That means we're going to have to go deep, and we're going to have an iron pick. So we'll go back upstairs. We'll use some of the iron we got for an iron pick. We'll come back down here. We'll get some better sapphires and things, and then we're going to have to head pretty deep to find redstone, because it's pretty far down. I mean, it's not as deep as diamonds, but it's certainly deeper than what it looks like we're going to reach in this natural tunnel here. It's a good thing we started off in an area with lots of food right off the bat, because if I had to go out right now, like if that's all we had was those apples, we'd be in a pretty bad state. But we have carrots, we have pork, we have chicken. I need to create maybe a better system for this. I'm trying to balance in my mind, though, what I need to invest my time with. Building a ladder would certainly make getting up and down a lot quicker, a lot easier. But would it take longer to construct the ladder than it would take for us to just go up and down again and again? You know, like what's the time savings versus the investment? I'm not sure. Sure, you folks at home do. I'm open to ideas, even though all of these will probably be recorded, edited, and uploaded. In fact, they definitely will be before anyone has the opportunity to comment on them, just because I have to have them all out within a 25-hour period. So, we're sort of limited on what we can do there. Let's get some more torches. Let's create as many torches as we can. There we go, without having to make any more sticks. 12 torches? No, actually, you know what? Let's use up all of our coal. Let's just use up all our coal, because that's going to be more useful. And we'll bring the leftover sticks with us in case we find more coal. Right now, I don't want to be coming back up here later to get more sticks. Should we make a second iron pickaxe? No, but let's bring a crafting table with us so that while we're down there, we can create picks out of things like sapphires and emeralds and rubies. I don't know if they're emeralds still. I think they are called something else, but I can't remember what. It's like predonite. That's definitely it. I think it starts with a P. I'm almost positive. Oh, positive. That starts with a P for sure. Redstone. Okay. So I guess I didn't light the area up well enough, as we do have a zombie. I'm open to it, though. I'm open to it because you never know what we might need zombie flesh for. We could tap F7 if we wanted to get a feel for where they're spawning and sort of really put it into it and, you know, balance out our torch usage so that, you know, we get, like, optimum torch placement and all that. But do we really want to? I mean, that's going to take a lot of torches, so I'm going to say no. What I am going to say yes to is ruby ore. Only a couple of them, though. Amethyst, tin, copper, uranium. We got some more ruby. We can make armor out of the ruby, too, which we should probably look into doing because we're going to need Elorium, great for power later on if we want to get into... Is it big reactors, I think? Yeah, big reactors. Oh, that's great. That's a great mod. We had a lot of fun with that in our original Tekkit Legends Let's Play. I'm really excited to be doing this because I think this is sort of something different that, you know, I've been teasing doing more Tekkit Legends, but I haven't really said in what context. And I really like Tekkit Legends. I know it's always sounded like I hated it, but I've never ever hated Tekkit Legends. We overplayed it. You know, I did too much Tekkit Legends. I got to a point where I wanted to stop, which is normally when I stop, but there was so much pressure to keep it going. You know, I did Tekkit Texan. I was like, I'm going to try to refresh it, make it a little bit more fun for myself, but people did not like Tekkit Texan, so... You know, I was like, nah, I'm done. But again, the outcry, I let it get to me. I don't do that anymore. When I end a series nowadays, I'm like, nah, it's done. Deal with it. But for some reason, I let it get to me with Tekkit Legends, and that pushed me to do Tekkit the final season and then Tekkit Legends Live. And both of those were miserable experiences because I would have rather been doing anything else. But this, you know, we've had a really big break between those, and we're coming back into a pack that I feel like I know fairly well. I mean, there's obviously some growing pains coming back to it. You've heard me say a couple of times, like, I don't remember how this works or how to get this or how to do this, but I'm overall familiar with it. I have in my mind sort of the road we need to take, and I don't know, I'm ready to have fun with it. It's also great that I know that this isn't going to be an ongoing series. It's going to have 25 episodes, and that's it. We're going to be done, and I can move on with my life, which is absolutely fantastic. So that sort of adds this extra layer of comfort almost with the series. Like, okay, this will be done eventually. Now, I did see over here a different type of ore right there from Engineer's Toolbox. I remember Engineer's Toolbox was originally the only thing in the pack because when it originally launched, like the first couple of weeks, it did not have IC2, Industrial Craft 2 at all. And, you know, I made my entire first couple episodes without that in the pack, and then IC2 Classic got added, and I had to go back and be like, all right, listen, there's IC2 now, and had to, you know, backtrack and add all that to a follow-up video. I honestly do like it more, though. Engineer's Toolbox has some really cool things you can do with automation that we might touch on, but I'm much more familiar with, and quite frankly, I enjoy more the things that you do inside of IC2 over Engineer's Toolbox. Is that what I said? I feel like I might have been saying something else there for a second. Come here, you. Oh, gosh. Oh, dadgummit. That's what I was trying to avoid. This is why we need to have these places lit, because I can't risk one of those blowing up and having me sent off into an early grave. So maybe I should consider properly lighting this area, or better yet, just keeping my eyes peeled. So the great thing about the minimap is it is telling me how deep we're going. And I realize now that we're pretty close to the bottom, and we should be seeing, you know, maybe wishful thinking, but we should be seeing some redstone at this level. We're at 19. I need to get around to the other side of this lava, and I don't know why I'm treating the lava like it's an actual river of endless lava. I can just do this, and there we go. Situation dealt with. We can get over it. That'll kind of block it off. I don't want to destroy... Well, oh my gosh! Oh, that's not going to work, because that's what I've got my crouch stuck on. I'm going to have to change that. Maybe that's the sort of thing that would be okay to do, though, between episodes, as opposed to wasting time on it now. Oh, man, lava flows take forever to slow down. But what we're going to do is we're going to move down here to where this water is, and then we're going to start trying to branch mine off along the obsidian down there. That's sort of the best level, I think, to find diamonds, to find a redstone. I mean, if we're fortunate. I'm hoping that we are. We should be able to find those things. I'm going to disable the water, though, because I don't want to get distracted and pushed off into lava somehow. So that ought to do it right there. And yeah, the obsidian is already formed, so no worries. Look, really, though, I did expect to... Oh, do you think this is a problem? No, probably not. I did expect to find redstone by now, by the time we got down. Oh, I don't know if that got captured, but that's it. We're at 25 minutes. Now, I did hit the countdown before I started the video, so I think it's okay for us to take a moment and say goodbye. When we resume, I'll be down here looking for redstone. See you folks in the next episode. Bye!